Hi, I'm Dr. Chad Larson. Nattokinase is a supplement that's been around for a long time, since the 1980s. It was discovered by a Japanese researcher named Dr. Sumi. And what he was looking to do was to find a natural substance that dissolves blood clots. We call it thrombolytic. And what he discovered was that there is a substance from the traditional food in Japan called natto. And there's an enzyme in it that he coined the term nattokinase. And what it does is it helps to dissolve fibrin in the blood. Fibrin is a natural constituent, but if there's too much fibrin in the same place, it could form a blood clot, or the body draws the fibrin to an area to make a blood clot. Fibrin is sort of the skeleton that makes up the blood clot. And what he discovered that if a person ingests nattokinase, it helps to decrease the chance of forming a clot, and if there is a clot there, he's shown that it's able to dissolve the clot. However, over the period of time, he's discovered some really great advancements that he created a new form of nattokinase. And that new form of nattokinase is in a product called Cardiokinase. And this is the new gold standard for nattokinase. All other nattokinase products on the market have to hold themselves up and compare to this new nattokinase. And so I want to go over a few of the important differences between the old form of nattokinase and the new form of nattokinase called Cardiokinase. One of the most important things is it has very high fibrinolytic activity. The activity of this particular nattokinase is 20% higher than the other form of nattokinase. Fibrinolytic activity basically means that it helps to dissolve the fibrin that's in the blood and also the fibrin that makes up the blood clot, because like I said, it's the fibrin that forms the skeleton of the blood clot. Another thing that's really important is it lowers whole blood viscosity. Now this is a major deal because no other natural substance has ever been demonstrated to lower whole blood viscosity. And the reason why that's important is viscosity means the thickness of the blood. So the thicker the blood is, the slower it moves through the blood vessels, the more difficult it is for the heart to get the nutrients and oxygen to other cells in the body. And what nattokinase does, by lowering the whole blood viscosity, that means it allows the blood to get through the blood vessels to the areas where it needs to go easier than if the blood is too sluggish. Another key thing it does is this new form of nattokinase has a greater absorption. It has a 10% improvement of lymphatic bioavailability. That means it gets into the system easier than the old form of nattokinase does. And it's standardized. There's been no real standardization process with nattokinase. And this has been a long time in the making, but finally they discovered a new methodology for standardizing nattokinase. And what they figured out was instead of it being rated by its milligrams, like 100 milligrams, it's now in international units, or IU. And this creates a much better potency and standardization. So like I said, all other nattokinase products have to match up to this particular one, and this new methodology really brings it head and shoulders above other nattokinase products on the market. Another key thing is that nattokinase is processed with soybeans. Natto is what it comes from originally, and natto is a fermented soybean product, and then the enzyme is extracted and processed from there. And I think it's important for people to realize that the soybeans that nattokinase is made with are organically grown, and they're non-GMO. In other words, they're not genetically modified, and they're grown right here in the United States. Another thing is that they're hypoallergenic. Most other nattokinase products on the market have corn-based excipients in them. And there's a lot of people who have corn sensitivities or corn allergies, and they're not able to take a product like this. So this particular product is the most hypoallergenic form of nattokinase on the market because it doesn't contain any of those corn excipients. So with these particular advancements over the old form of nattokinase, Cardiokinase is the platinum standard on the marketplace.